ready to kick it away first. Fielded in the end zone, it's Walton. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. Straight ahead, it's Mobley. Defense closed down quickly after a gain of 3. They'll mark it at the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Makes the grab over the middle. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
Iamaleava. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down.
Here we go. Ready. Sweep, sweep.
Making the adjustment on the play.
Go, go.
From the gun, it's Mobley. Turning it on! He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Quick give. It's Mobley. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one, was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense is doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
They've got some serious work to do to keep that last one from messing up this drive. 2nd and 19. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Play action. Iamaleava. fires to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Gonna run it. It's Mobley. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Motion from the wide receiver. Throwing, Iamaleava. Out wide left, it's Mobley. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Really good job by the defense being disciplined. They sneak the running back out. You see it. Keep outside leverage and go make us tackle in space on a guy that's used to breaking tackles, used to making plays.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Making the adjustment.
Return.
From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. The give to the left side. There he goes. Rams him with the stiff arm. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Seminoles have always been known for explosive, flashy, big plays, but think of guys like Dalvin Cook and the toughness that he ran with. That's on display here.
And then those guys that I think of, too, with work done where you hand them the football and big plays can happen, and offenses have been built around that for years at Florida State, finding that guy to hand the ball to.
Might as well give it to him again. Oh, it gives him the tough stiff arm. Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
Jackson will throw. Could not make his way to the corner.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. They're all over it. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the second quarter. And the Noles will punt this one away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They'll give it on the counter. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Now looking for that first down on third and short from the 26. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Facing a third down and short from the 26. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. He's changing the play. Iamaleava to throw for it on fourth. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. They bring him down, but not all. Touchdown, Seminoles. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Left side is Gilbert. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Trying to beat him to the corner on the right. Defense all over him.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the wideout. Nice work along that left side to get the catch and stay in bounds.
Nice play there. And I know when you think Notre Dame football, you're thinking about running the football and all those NFL offensive linemen they have, but when you've got playmakers like him on the perimeter, you've got to be able to take advantage of him. This guy has the chance to play on Sundays. He's too good. If you've got a window to throw and that guy's out running the route, give him an opportunity.
Sends it back in motion. Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Right side, it's Mobley. Snags it, and there's running room. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Notre Dame comes to the line, that last completion giving them a fresh set of downs. The run inside, it's Mobley. They get him down, tough run, picks up 4, they'll mark it at the 19. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Going to the run, it's Young. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 20. Throwing, Iamaleava. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Headed to the edge, it's Walton. Stopped right there.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse, Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. They'll need a bunch on second down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Iamaleava fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Out wide right, it's Mobley. A big stop from this defense as they force a fourth down, and a decision coming right now. And he wasn't able to push the ball downfield, sort of turned into check down Charlie, and they didn't get it to the sticks.
It's the only place the quarterback could have gone with the ball, Reese. That was the only spot for a play to be made. You just try to get it to your running back. You hope he can make a guy miss and maybe get north. Wasn't able to do that. Now we've got fourth down.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First snap of the drive from the 25. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Hits inside, it's Chroma.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Jackson gonna throw it. Grabs it in the middle. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And on the slant route, I love the location of the throw by the quarterback. He's not making it difficult on his receiver. He's putting the football out in front, hitting his receiver right in the face mask and making it easy for him.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's second and 11. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, knowing guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Quick completion to the right. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Jackson will throw. Going to take a shot. Touchdown, Knowles! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. On the run, it's Mobley. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Fellas, we welcome you into our palatial Orlando studios for the Week 3 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon, taking on the Oregon State Beavers. And it's the Ducks with a complete demolition of the defense. They went over 70 points today. Safe to say the offensive coordinator could be in line for some head coaching jobs after a showing like this. That gets their record to 3-0 on the season.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming.
And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
First down, he'll keep it.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The Seminoles have their whole playbook open here on second and inches. Jackson gonna throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. He'll pull it down. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him. But you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tried to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Second down, gonna throw it. Here comes the heat. Remember, down where you start the slide, and he'll be short of the line to gain. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. Into the open. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Florida State. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead. Looking for blockers. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This is a huge drive for this offense. Down 21-3 and needing to get back in the game. Running inside, it's Mobley. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide left, it's Gilbert. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Alexander. Down he goes. One of the most storied venues in college football, Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. This is the type of early season game you look forward to, an opportunity to make a statement in a top 10 showdown. It's the Florida State Seminoles and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Florida State's head coach told me before the game, this is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. on first down. But why? Secures it at the 30. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback changing the play. Motion from the back. Throwing, Iamaleava. Makes the grab. Wrestled down at the 43 after getting 5. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Throws to the wideout. And the timing just a hair off.
And that is absolutely not a surprise. Great job by the defense. And what did they do? They doubled. Palmer, you got a number 1 receiver out wide that we know they're going to force feed. How do you take it away? How do you send those double teams? What kind of coverages do you mix up? But a lot of attention early on that young man.
Yeah, and I think for the quarterback, David, that's one you just got to give that one to the defense and say, good call. You doubled my best receiver. I got to go somewhere else with the football. And you're going to get opportunities to throw this guy the ball. He's one of the best in the entire country. You just got to be a little bit more selective and find those one-on-one matchups.
Long way to go on 2nd down.
Return. Chip. Slide. Sweep. Booster. Let it go.
Iamaleava. That's caught. It's Alexander. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. They'll move the wide receiver. Nico Iamaleava throwing again. Got it. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires to the middle. Right side, it's Mobley. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Trying the run, it's Mobley. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line? Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Left side is Alexander. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame!
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Straight ahead, it's Croma. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. Got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Caught on the RPO. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting them the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. The option, the keeper, didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Here's a gift to Parker. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Calls for the fair catch, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. You got to give him room and let him catch the football, and if he's called for the fair catch, you just have to stay back. They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Throwing, Imaliava. Fires to the wideout. Out wide, it's Alexander. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. The Irish, after the chunk play through the air, back to the line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw. It's Iamaleava. Right down the middle. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
Second and long here. From the gun, it's Mobley. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead as we get a look at the numbers so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun on third down, Iamaleava. Just barely got rid of it.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Fourth down and 12 is four-down territory for this offense. Making the adjustment on the play. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Fourth down and 12 is 4-down territory for this offense.
Ready, ready. Look, Hydra. Return. Booster. Squid. Go.
Fourth down, Iamaleava. He's going for it all. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire, and those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team. You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6. The Seminoles want to crank the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
Jackson will throw. Quick completion on the out. Turning it on. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, 3rd downs, money downs, the tight end is always open, especially with that big body. He finds him, and he gets the first down.
Quick give. It's Croma. He breaks a tackle. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle. You saw it on the return.
6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Kept it on the ground, now they'll throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Parker.
Yeah, and you see they keep creeping the running backs out in the flat right there. He slips them out to the right, gets him the football quickly. But this defense, man, I'll tell you what, you talk about speed, seeing things, reacting, and going and getting them on the ground. Really nice job.
Big 3rd down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Iamaleava. Out wide left, it's Graham. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33. The run inside. It's Croma. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. They'll ride him again. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Sees a crease. There he goes. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
The old toss, right? Toss it to him on the perimeter, get on the edge quickly. The receivers better block on the outside. Go get me some positive yards, get a fast guy in space. Nice play call.
On the direct snap, it's Croma. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big 1st down.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Snap to the back. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Men, thanks. A busy day, so let's waste no time and get you updated on Week 3 action around college football. We start with Oregon, taking on the Oregon State Beavers. And it's the Ducks with a complete demolition of the defense. They went over 70 points today. Safe to say the offensive coordinator could be in line for some head coaching jobs after a showing like this. That gets their